Sometime when the 2020s, two geeks from social media formed an alliance to bring you geek news from across the Nostalgiaverse. They are Jacob's Toys and SuperSorrell's, bringing you a weekly live show, toy news, TV and movie reviews, special guests, opinions, tangents, and bad impressions, reveals, releases, thoughts, maybe dreams. Now prepare for the Geek Week in Review.
Hello, welcome back to the Geek Week with me, Jacob's Toys, and of course, the wonderful one and only SuperSorrell. If you're new to the show, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're one of our regular viewers, then hello, welcome. We'll get to comments as we get to them. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. So we had a bit of a midweek show as well. So we did talk about a little bit of the stuff that dropped already, but we'll cover some of that ground in this show for the sake of it being the regular show for anyone that didn't catch that. And we need to have a bit of a chat as well about our extra shows, our bonus shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you anyway, Sorrel? How's your week been?
Good. It's been a good week. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I was at Comic-Con all day today. I'm knackered.
Was you? Which one?
Today was Rayton Toy Fair up north,
Nice.
Newcastle way.
Nice.
Well, near that, and it was fun. It was all right.
Yeah, we have got a couple around our way actually. I think there's one next weekend.
But I managed. Go on.
No, I was going to say we have got a couple popping up around our way. Like there's one in Ipswich, there's one in Brentwood or Braintree, I think. I think I'm going to try to get down to one if it is next weekend.
Yeah.
What did you pick up?
I managed to fill a hole in my Living Dead doll collection. La 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 la.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
She was one of the ones that was harder to get hold of, and the guy had it today for about 60 quid. So I like bargain, I'm grabbing it. Everywhere else I've seen it's for like 100 odd quid for this one now. It's because originally when this one was released, it was released as a part of the Conjuring series with Mezco. Because obviously La Llorona was originally a part of Conjuring. They kind of tied it into the universe, and then they kind of went, actually, we don't want that one in the universe, so we're just going to push it out. And they just kind of disbanded that whole project and got rid of it. So the doll is really rare to get now because mine's got like the Conjuring stuff written all over it, whereas like the ones that came out afterwards just say La Llorona.
Do you unbox those or do you keep them boxed?
Oh, I got them all unboxed. I've got them all on the high shelf. They're all up there. I've just cleared this end one because I've got like 4 to unbox now. I've got the Elvira one, I've got Billy, and a couple more. So they need to go in that end cubby hole. But yeah, that's all my Living Dead dolls and dolls up top.
That is cool. Talking about display space, obviously mine taking a bit of a change in shape behind me. There's a lot more kind of hot toys at the top, and then obviously there's quite a few legends still. There are quite a few legends, but reason being is that I'll be moving into a new space within the next year maybe. Nice. And I'm kind of designing it as it is, so it's going to be very exciting, very very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll tell you what I did pick up. I got, because did you see the metallic Power Rangers? I told you about this, didn't I? Yeah. So I've got the full set now. So I found this really odd though, and I just want to kind of bring this up because it's been really bugging me. So I had all of these ones. So I had those 5. Yeah. Right? And I'll just use one as an example. And all of these are masked head and unmasked head as the extra. Yeah. But then the pink one was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. It's quite hard to get hold of now and everything like that. But I finally did manage to pick one up. And bizarrely, it's the other way around.
How weird.
And look how much sunk back she is in the box.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad I'm unboxed her, because that would really frustrate me. Because she just doesn't match at all. That's
the other Kimberly as well, isn't it? That took over from JoJo.
They are, because look, that one's got, it's Adam, it's not Zach in the black.
I always assumed though that these sparkly ones were meant to look like the ones from the movie without seeing it, because there's like licensing issues with the film, isn't there? So I always assumed these ones were meant to look like the movie ones without saying it.
Yeah. So I mean, and to be honest with you, I mean, like, look, it's got Aisha is the yellow, but even just looking at the two female Power Rangers, it just really frustrates me. Like, really frustrates me. Like the box, like the branding on the box, it's all the same. Like, it's got the metallic on the top, it's got the metallic on the side, which is really, really cool. It's got metallic on the other side. Like, they're really, really cool boxes. And even the front of the box is the same. But look how different she sits in it. Like, it really annoys me. So yeah, but I don't know whether there's a reason for that. I don't know whether there was a particular reason for it or what. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what it is.
I've just looked it up because I was double checking that you've not got like a rare box one or something like a factory one, but no, it does come like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're all like
Sometimes
that.
you do get that, don't you? Where there's like a spelling error on the box, or there's like a slight difference in the figure that came out later. But no, there's all the ones that I'm looking at here. They all look like that. So it's weird.
Yeah. The other thing that annoys me as well is the White Ranger. So real inconsistencies here. So there's the other ones all have like metallic writing at the bottom, but the White Ranger doesn't, and the others all have metallic on the top, and the White Ranger doesn't. And I was like, man, I'm so glad that I'm not a inbox collector, because it would just really annoy me. Really, really annoy me. So yeah, a couple of people in the chat. Let's just say hello to a couple of people while we're here. We've got Stug, we've got Shelley, we've got Andy Roberts, we've got Andy H, we've got Just Mitch, we've got Stephen Butler, Geekatron 3000. How are we all doing? But yeah, all good. Do join in as we talk. It's always good to get your input as we're talking. You got anything due to come this week? Are you expecting anything?
No, but it is Black Friday week, so I am going to do a live on Wednesday, going through all the Black Friday deals. If anyone's interested in joining that, I'm going to be going through all of the all the Black Friday deals, from Lego to Smiths to Amazon. Did you get that email from Hasbro about the Black Friday deals for the UK market?
Probably. Remind me.
They sent out like a marketing one about with all the links to the Black Friday deals and what dates they go live and stuff. Because there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff that's coming out. Like there's that board game that Matthew Lillard did recently for them. That House on Haunted Hill or something. It's something like that anyway, like a betrayal game. And that is being marked down to like $25.99. So it's like £60 that game. So I'm going to pick one of them up. And all the Hero Quest, they're all marked down ridiculously. So if you've missed out on getting Hero Quest, now's the time to kind of jump on and get all the expansions while they're cheap.
Yeah. No, I was tempted to do the Hero Quest stuff just because that kind of ticks the box for the nostalgia element. I mean, I had all Hero Quest when I was younger, and I was kind of on the fence about picking up some of that. But yeah, there's quite a few things. I mean, it's not been an incredibly exciting Black Friday kind of lead up. I've not seen anything. I've not seen anything that's really kind of excited me. So
one thing that's got me is though that Lego are doing a big sale this Friday, as they always do. But they always do like if you spend so much, you get this, spend so much, you get that. And I've been waiting to pick up those Jurassic Park 30th sets. So I'm tempted to grab them on Black Friday and then get all the tiered stuff that they're going to release. They usually do like one of them ones where it's like get an X-Wing or a mini build or a mini figure or something.
Yeah.
Like Christmassy stuff. So I'll pick up all them while I'm at it.
Yeah, that might be a good show actually.
Mate, I know this is so random, but I did a video yesterday when I went shopping at Claire's Accessories in the UK. Normally, normally a crappy little girl shop, right?
Yeah, for context, for anyone that doesn't know what Claire's Accessories is, it's essentially a girl's kind of boutique. You can get your ears pierced there. You can pick up hairbands and necklaces and bags and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why Sorrell was in there. Well,
because I've got an 8-year-old girl. I have got an 8-year-old girl, and she went.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
They were doing a deal in there with blind bags, and obviously you guys know I love a damn blind bag. and they were doing all the blind bags as buy 3 get 3 free. So
wow.
they're normally £5 a piece, which makes them £2.50 a piece. So that's just quids in. And I was able to get all of the good ones like Poppy's Playtime, Five Nights at Freddy. We even got some Funko sodas. We got some Nightmare Before Christmas. We got some figural key rings from Tim Burton. I just got so much stuff. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutagen. Have you seen these? These are awesome.
Yeah, they're very cool.
So I got 4 of them in hopes that I get one of each turtle. Probably won't happen, but let's see and watch me cry when I don't do it.
You get like 4 Donatellos.
Yeah, but I had to get these 2. Jack and Sally in their new outfits.
Oh, no way.
So I've got both of them. So it's Jack and Sally both in their new 30th anniversary outfits.
Oh, wow.
Because they've given them like a whole new like outfit to wear for 30th, which is weird. They've given them like a whole new design.
I actually went to the cinema yesterday to watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, at Cineworld, they were doing a like a special 30th anniversary showing. They had like 2 showings in the day, so I took my 2 boys. My youngest is like Nightmare Before Christmas mad. So yeah, so I don't think I even saw it in the cinema the first time round. So yeah, so I said to him, yeah, we'll go, and went down, and it was actually really good. And my eldest son said, I think it was better in the cinema. Like there was things he noticed about the film that he didn't notice watching it at home, like little details and stuff. But it was really cool to actually see it and experience it kind of at the cinema. But yeah, that's mad. Cool. 30th anniversary is nuts.
It makes me feel old. I remember that film the first time around.
Yeah, it makes me feel very old. Just quickly, Shelley said in the comments, the Jurassic Park 30th sets are cheaper on Amazon at the moment. She got hers from there. Might be worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely.
Might be worth checking out.
So I went to the cinema this week to see that new... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say you've been to the cinema as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that new Thanksgiving horror movie. I did a little review on it on my channel, but I want to talk about it because it was fun. That was a damn good movie. Oh, yeah. Very Scream-esque. It was very self-aware. It was very Scream in context. But you know, like old like 90s movies that were over the top, but they knew they were being over the top. It was like that.
Yeah.
So it was
the premise?
So basically, there's it's a Black Friday. It's midnight on Thanksgiving night, and all these workers have to go back to work at like Walmart kind of thing at midnight. And basically, the Walmart shop thing only hires like 2 security guards, so they can't hold back the crowds. The crowds want in, and there's these kids, and their dad owns the shop, so the dad always lets them in through the back entrance. But the kids start being silly idiots and going shopping early and showing people outside what they're buying, kind of thing, like showing off that they're in there. Causes a riot, and everyone breaks through, and it's like very, very cheesy, over the top American kind of. They're all bustling through the door breaks down, and someone gets trampled to death. There's people fighting over TVs, clubbing each other to death, taser guns, shooting each other. It's mental. Wow. It's a complete carnage scene for about 5 minutes. My absolute favorite bit is there's a woman who splashes this woman with the water, so her face gets like covered in water. She's like, oh, like all ridiculous. And then this guy pushes her into the freezer, and so her face sticks to the first side of the freezer wall. And then she pulls her face away, like half of her freaking face rips off. But in my cinema, after this scene, and it goes deathly silent, and the screen goes black, and someone on the front row went, "Fucking Americans." it just proper made me crack up. But so basically, there's someone from that night has become the John Carver killer, a bit like like the big top hat with the colonial kind of dressed outfit, and with a big axe, which is supposedly the axe of John Carver from their town. Wow. The funny part is, all the actors in the film aren't from the region of America they're meant to be from. You know, when you watch Ted and Mark Wahlberg's doing that really weird accent? But Teddy Bear, they're all doing that voice, and it's just made me laugh from start to finish. Again, I think that was like part of it. I think they knew that accent was crap that they were doing. Yeah. And that was just part of it. But yeah, it was all the kills were over the top, and it was very self-aware. The whole film was like a whodunit, who was the killer kind of thing. But it was worth watching. It was very much like Scream. It was very much in the memory of like Scream kind of movie.
Gonna get a sequel, do you reckon?
Oh god, yeah, this John Carver character is instantly the like a new horror icon. There's a really cool scene where he's using like a microphone to change his voice, and he sounds like V from V for Vendetta, and he's talking like that. It's like, who's going to die at my table next? Who's going to be my next victim this Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for, little girl? Makes him talk and stuff. And it's nuts, but it's a great movie, and yeah, he's definitely going to get a sequel. It's going to be like Scream, is that they'll just change the killer every year. Something will happen on Thanksgiving, and make a new movie.
I'll catch it before we do a show next, and then can tell you what I think.
It was very fun.
There doesn't seem to be that much coming out at the cinema at the minute.
Well, we've just had the strikes over, haven't we? That's now kind of been and gone. We've kind of back to normal now, so to speak. A lot of production photos today. Do you see that? Like Deadpool and that put some shots out saying they're back in the studios, and a lot of the films are back on now. And that's why we had that abundance of trailer drops all in one day.
Yeah, I am really excited about Deadpool though, because now that they're talking about it more, it reminded me about them bringing back the different Fox characters, like Jennifer Garner's coming back as Elektra and stuff. And ironically, on things like Netflix, I think it's Netflix or might be Disney Plus, but whichever one has Daredevil and Elektra, like they've been putting those back on to watch. And I watched Daredevil the other day, the Ben Affleck one.
I like that.
You know what? It wasn't actually as bad as I remembered. I was kind of like, you know what? It's a proper early 2000s superhero film, but it's not that bad.
Evanescence soundtrack, what is not to like? It's got like all the Evanescence songs in it, hasn't it?
The bit where Elektra is doing the whole thing with the sandbags and it's just brilliant. It's just like splitting them out and throwing them, and like I was like, what is not to like about this film?
I love his fake Batman bit at the beginning. What do you want, freak? Justice.
Yeah,
that's very much Batman.
Oh yeah, massively. And I'll tell you what, Colin Farrell as a Bullseye is actually quite a good.
He's good. He's a good Bullseye.
He's like nuts. Like I think they could never have kind of put him in spandex and made him like the iconic comic book looking Bullseye, but he's got that kind of scarred head and everything like that we saw in the comic books and stuff. And as a Bullseye, he's actually really good. But yeah. Geekatron said I had the same opinion. I watched it and I didn't think it was good, but then rewatched it and love it. I think it's one of them ones where, because we've been spoilt with superhero films getting progressively better to an extent, we look back at some of these older ones before we had the kind of the MCU as such, and we kind of look at them as not as good. But I think that if Deadpool pull it off and bring back kind of Elektra and potentially even Daredevil or whatever, if they bring back these characters and give them a little bit of a 5 minute of fame sort of thing, I think people might be looking back at these films a bit more kind of fondly than they do.
The one person in that film that never gets, I think, the respect that they needed for the role was Michael Clark Duncan Smith. Is he called the guy who played Kingpin? Michael Clark Duncan. Because he obviously John Coffey from from Green Mile and stuff. He's he's a big dude, and he basically plays Kingpin without having to do any effects to make him look bigger. He is just a big dude. Compared to Ben Affleck, he's a big dude.
A final fight scene as well, where Daredevil goes into the office and they have that big fight scene, and stuff. And he takes off his. What's funny is you see him unbutton his shirt and taking his thing off, and then it cuts back and he's in his vest, but he's still got his braces on. So he's obviously taking them off and then putting them back on. But then there's this massive fight scene, and obviously they're using wires and stuff to get him to throw him up into the ceiling. But it looks totally believable because he's such a massive guy. Yeah, I mean, the Elektra sequel or spin-off wasn't as good. That really was awful, but still.
And the fight scene in the park. The fight scene in the park is the best part of the whole movie.
It's just, that was
the cheese, even the cheesy "I'm Elektra nachos," little nod, all that crap. Jennifer Garner, man.
But I think that if Ben Affleck's Daredevil was made now with today's kind of CGI and stuff like that, because it was very apparent that we were watching a CGI character jump up the wall and all that kind of stuff. I think if they made it now, if they made it now, I think that it would actually work quite well. Just talking about it here as well. My light's gone off. Stug said, "Have you heard the rumor that Pedro Pascal is playing Mr. Fantastic?" We did touch briefly in our bonus show. But yeah, there's talks that he is playing Mr. Fantastic, and I don't know how legitimate this is. I don't know whether it's just rumors. I don't know whether it's actually been confirmed. But there's been a lot of actors that have been put to that character.
Yeah, and it's to give it some legitimacy in this rumor. Like IGN have started reporting on it, and GameStop, and a lot of big news agents, like geeky news agencies, are starting to talk about it now. So I mean, it's kind of there's been enough time, I think, for him to come out and say it's not true. I think he should have done by now if he's not in official talks. So the fact that he stayed silent and no one from Hollywood's got to come out and gone, it's not him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that kind of gives it some legitimacy as well.
I was thinking about it, and I think, you know what, it could work. I think he would have to kind of change his look. I would be annoyed if it was just because with like the Mandalorian, with like what is it, The Last of Us and stuff, he has the same look, doesn't he? Like he's got that kind of floppy hair, the beard, and that. Like if they changed his look a little bit, I'd be frustrated if he just looked the same but was in a Mr. Fantastic suit or a Fantastic Four suit. But I think with the right kind of haircut and stuff, I think he could pull it off. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. But my only worry is I hope this is not just a way, because like, you know, sometimes like big studios like Disney will get an actor in and they'll say, I'm going to rope you in for 10 movies or 6 movies or whatever. They did it with like Bette Midler back in the day and Robin Williams, and they wrote actors in for so many movies. And I hope this just isn't one of like a tick sheet exercise of, oh, we need to give Pedro Pascal 6 roles, so we'll give him Fantastic Four. I hope that's not just kind of a way of getting one of his movie roles done. You know what I mean? I hope they've put thought into it and there's a reason why they're choosing him.
Yeah.
Because that does happen in Hollywood quite a lot, where they kind of just go, oh, we'll just put these people in it because they've got, they're already under a contract. Yeah.
I think he'll be good. I think he'll work. I think if he's given a good script, I think it'll work. I think everything ultimately is down to how good the script and the direction is,
Yeah. Fantastic Four is a weird movie to kind of make serious, isn't it? Like, I always liked the fact that the last movies they made, they were looked down upon at the time, but they were like comic enough that they worked with because how do you make Ben Grimm look realistic without making him look ridiculous? You know what I mean?
Well,
he has to look like a comic book character.
The thing you got to remember as well is that there's been 3 big releases, haven't there? There was the 2 original ones with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was the reboot that they did where they with Michael B. Jordan, sorry.
Do we talk about the reboot?
But the reason I'm bringing it up is because the original ones made it comic booky. It was joke, it was tongue in cheek and all the rest of it, and it kind of worked. Whereas with the reboot, they tried to make it really serious. They tried to make it MCU-esque, do you know what I mean, in that respect, and it didn't work, and it just wasn't. I mean, obviously they did change a few things around as well, which didn't work in their favor, but it wasn't seen as favorably, was it?
Yeah,
but I don't know.
We'll see what happens at the time. It could, again, like I say, it's down to script, it's down to who else the cast and who's opposite him, and we'll see what else they come up with.
It's such a big property as well, because it is like, Marvel's first family. It's the one that Stan Lee's kind of original Marvel Comics family, that first thing that really set it all off and everything like that. People look fondly on things like X-Men and Spider-Man, but Fantastic Four were there as the originals, and it would be a shame for them not to be able to do the film justice.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the start of their whole introduction to the mutants as well, with the Fantastic Four, and kind of building that universe up slowly with the Fantastic Four, aren't they?
Well, I do wonder whether they're going to really lean into the multiverse side of it with the mutants.
Just because the fact that Reed Richards makes the suits, doesn't it? In the original comic books, it was Reed Richards made the suits that stopped Wolverine from ripping, every time he put his claws out, why his gloves never had rip marks. Yeah. It was because his suits basically allowed them to use their powers without destroying their clothing.
But with the way that they've been working it into the films, obviously with Miss Marvel's post-credit scene, with Deadpool, with all that kind of stuff, they're setting it up very much that the mutants are in this universe and the MCU's in this universe. So I wonder whether they're actually going to keep the 2 separate.
Oh, I hope not, because I'd love to see, Reed Richards talking to Professor X and Beast. Like in the comic books, they were always kind of
Oh, you're gonna, yeah.
scientists and doctors talking kind of thing.
But there's nothing saying Fantastic Four aren't going to be in that universe,
Mm.
because realistically, where have they been this whole last 15 years of the MCU? Where have the X-Men been? Where have the Fantastic Four been? Like, to just kind of introduce them now, unless they are in an alternate universe and all that kind of stuff. It's just my thought.
Yeah, well, they have to do. They've kind of set the multiverse thing going now, and they've kind of done that. They can't just ignore it now, because it's now you've set that whole thing of there's infinite possibilities. There's millions of universes all acting all at once at the same time as ours. So they can't just ignore that now. So yeah, the Fantastic Four might be from a different world completely, which we did kind of see in Doctor Strange anyway, didn't we? A different alternate timeline to ours, a different alternate universe.
Yeah.
There was the Reed Richards in that universe.
That's kind of where my thinking goes, is that if you think about Doctor Strange, you think about the Marvels, wherever we've had that touch of mutants, they've been in a separate universe. And that would kind of give weight as to why they're making such a big deal out of the multiverse saga thing, so that it's there and it makes sense and everyone knows what it is, so that we can watch different films knowing that something won't cross over with something else unless there's some kind of multiversal crossover. But I don't know. It's just my random thinking. Do you want to talk toy news, or do you want to talk about your giveaway?
Yeah, we'll do toy news first. We'll do the giveaway at the end.
Cool. All right then.
We jump in. Okie dokie. We had some good stuff this week. I'm not gonna lie. This is cool. So the first thing that we kind of got a good look at this week was Bandai. Let me share the screen. Godzilla -1, the new monster movie, will be coming very, very soon. This is Bandai's movie monster series.
He is a chunky boy.
He is a chunky boy. And Godzilla -1 is their first one in that line, standing at 6.5 inches tall. So it's not a massive piece. They're about about regular size. But they're calling it the Monster Series Collection, and it's going to be available on Amazon for $24.99. It looks nice. I'm looking forward to that.
It doesn't look very articulated though.
No, this is the basic series. This isn't like this is like them ones you see when you go to Smith's and you see the figures from the movies. These are them like static, like plasticky ones from Japan.
Oh, okay.
There were tons of them at Comic-Con today. There was literally a stall just dedicated to it called Shogun Toys, and they literally had all imported Japanese plastic like action figures, and some of them look really good. This one looks good as well. This is Wonder Woman from McFarlane. Put the picky up. Boop. So DC's Multiverse Collector's Edition number 10 Wonder Woman figure is going up for pre-order on November 22nd. She'll be available from our online retailers here in the UK. If you're in America, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth have got the pre-orders up. This is a new collector's edition version of the action figure. I don't know what that means, whether it's going to be a different fancy box, but they're calling it a collector's edition. But she looks nice. Cool
looking figure, yeah.
It's been a while since we've got the traditional looking Wonder Woman out of McFarlane, so
yeah.
I don't think we actually had a traditional looking Wonder Woman. This is like the more like version I would buy, like a classic Wonder Woman kind of thing.
Yeah, no, she looks good.
I do like the metallic look on the costume though. That's what gives it away to me. I like that one.
Yeah.
We also got again another DC multiverse figure. McFarlane drops a lot of figures. He does like to drop figures, but luckily he's not dropped a Batman. It's a Superman instead. Steel launches for pre-order on November 27th. He does look cool.
That is a cool. It's just Shaquille O'Neal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was Shaq that played it in the movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But November 27th for that one. We don't know anything else about it. It just says Steel is launching for pre-order November 27th.
I always liked Steel. I always thought it was quite a cool design.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of the I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what they were called, but they were like the there was like 3 or 4, wasn't there, after Superman died that took on different parts of the Superman mantle. And Steel was one of them. The Eradicator, I think, was another one. I was testing my DC knowledge now.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Superman was never a book I was into. I've never liked Superman.
Really? Oh, mate. See, I've been watching Titans as well recently, like the latest season of that.
Yeah.
It's been out for quite a while, but I've just been catching up on it. And I've been watching Doom Patrol as well. And there's a crossover episode or crossover couple of episodes, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, I've never been a massive fan. I was always a big Batman fan. I was always into the Batman Rogue Gallery.
See, I was the other way around. I was Superman, not Batman.
So this is the new Walmart exclusive DC Multiverse DC versus the Vampires Robin figure. And this is the gold label version, but this looks awesome to me. I think it looks mint.
Yeah.
Fit
with your figures.
Yeah, so basically so far I've got the Joker and Batman. I think there's been a Superman as well that I've missed somewhere. But the Robin looks cool, so I'll be grabbing that. I'm hoping they do a Harley Quinn to go with Joker, like all vampired up.
You would think so, wouldn't you? You really would think so.
She would definitely lean into that style. But I've never read the comic books. There is a bunch of comic books about DC versus the vampires, and I've never read it.
Oh, really?
So I need to pick that up and see if it's. She might not even be in the comic book. That's why she might not be in it. But this one definitely intrigued me.
You got Shelley, you've got Geekatron saying that they collect the vampires as well. Andy H said, so far there's been a Superman, Batman, Joker, and Green Lantern.
Oh, damn, I need to pick a few. Then we've got Owlman. I mean, you can... they don't really do Owlman very often, but this one looks nice with the blue. I think this is a really cool look for him. I just closed down the stupid window that had the information on it. You fool, Super Sorrel. There we go.
I just find Owlman as a bit of a comic-y character. Like, I never really take him seriously.
Yeah, he's from an alternate universe, isn't he, where there's no Batman and it's Owlman, if I remember rightly. But yeah, Owlman figure from McFarlane's Toys will be released at Walmart as well as a gold label exclusive. No date on that one, though.
No, I mean, it's a nice looking figure.
Yeah, but do you know what was my favorite thing this week? And I have to show you these bad boys. So NECA wasted no time with the new Thanksgiving movie coming to cinemas.
Wow, really? Already on it?
Oh, mate, they are all over this already. So basically, they released 3 figures, all on the release day of the movie. We got the Toonie Terrors, the retro cloth version, and the ultimate version, all on the same day. But the problem is that they all at the moment, I'm not sure how long they're going to stay this way, but they're all on the NECA store exclusive list. So you had to get them from NECA Direct.
Oh, right.
So I pre-ordered the ultimate version. I'm not too bothered for the retro one on this one, but I have pre-ordered the ultimate one. So it actually worked out at about the same price as getting it from the UK, which is weird. It's coming all the way from the States. It's coming from California, but it worked out $38.99, which I didn't think was too bad, to be honest.
No.
The only difference is obviously I have to pay up front for it, but it's NECA. It's not like they're going anywhere. So I was happy with that. But yeah, they released a bunch of stuff all on the same day, including like a T-shirt with the mask, because like they're wanting to push this mask as like a new horror icon. So they dropped a load of merch all in one day and T-shirts as well. And there's a plush of a turkey, and you can pull its head off.
Is this is it a good representation of the character?
Yes. Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah.
I think they've worked closely with NECA on this, because when you look at the thing, they've got the burnt face, which plays a part in the film, which you don't see in the trailer.
Right. Okay.
And there's the blood splattered version, and then the regular one. So they've really gone all out with the weapons as well that are all from the movie. Like the big musket, the sledgehammer, the axe. These are all from the movie. He kills people with all these different weapons.
So yeah, that burnt version looks good.
Yeah, there's a bit in the film where he takes his mask off, and you think you're going to see him for the first time. And he puts his mask down on a stove that's on, and when he puts it back on, it's all burnt up.
Ah.
To me, that felt like a nod to Michael Myers' new mask. You know, with the burnt side.
Yeah.
It felt like a nod to because there's nods to Scream in this film. There's nods to Michael. There's nods to Jason. There's a bit where he gets thrown through a window and he lands on the outside, and they all go, "Oh, we must see." They'll go see if he's still there, kind of thing. His body's gone. That's straight up Michael Myers. So yeah, there's loads of that kind of thing in it.
Oh, that's wicked.
Is the hat removable or is it part of the head? Let's have a look on those pictures again. I'll just quickly have a quick gander. Because in the film it does the hat is separate from the mask. There's no hat on the other two masks, so I can only presume that hat, obviously the face might clip on or something this time around, because they don't look like full heads. They look like the masks. So I'm wondering whether the face pulls off and the hat stays where it is. You just put the other masks on. But there's no confirmation on these pictures as to whether that's true or not. So we'll have to wait and see. But I will be grabbing mine as soon as it comes out. I'll be doing a full review on it. So there you go. Stick around for that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
And I think that was kind of it. Diamond Select obviously did their usual solicitations. I'm sure you got that email, same as me. But it was all stuff that was been pre-announced. Yeah. But they have got some good stuff coming that I'm really looking forward to. We'll just put a quick little picky up for our friends at Diamond. And I'm looking forward to the Bloodsport figures. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think I'll need one of them in my collection.
There's 2 figures there that that I'm gonna want as soon as I can get my hands on it. And
the Invincible ones.
Figures. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what other figure really caught my attention was the Wookiee Life Day bust. Just because you don't get much Life Day merch, it's very rare and few and far between to get Life Day merch.
We've had quite a bit this year, though, haven't we? Like
we got some stuff the other year, but it was all like we got some T-shirts, we got the release the blanket thing that you could wear, and the release the globe. But I mean, like in terms of like actual merchandise of Chewie wearing it, it's very few and far between. Like there's a plushie. And I think they've now got a figure on the way, but it's not going to be until next year, the action figure, is it?
No. I'd tell you that Game of Thrones dragon head as well is superb.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Like the sculpting and paintwork on that is fantastic.
I know it's like 20 years too late, but even the Trinity looks good as well.
Even the what? Oh, the Trinity.
Even though it's like 20 years too late for Matrix merch, but it still looks good.
Yeah. But you know what? I would still pick up Matrix merch if it ticked the box. I think I'd still pick it up for the collection.
If they released a highly articulated series of figures, if Diamond released the figures of like Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, the agents, I'd definitely grab them.
Yeah,
I'd definitely.
I know that Hot Toys have done them before. And obviously, was it McFarlane did them back in the day?
McFarlane did them, yeah, but they were like statues back then. It was before McFarlane kind of became the action figure creators they are now. They were more statue based, like a lot of their old Spawn stuff.
And some of those early McFarlane figures actually showed up in the recent movie as well.
yeah, they did. They were on the desk, weren't they?
Yeah. I actually had all of those. I had a full set of them, like every single one that came out, because there was the original kind of action figures that came out where you had the what's his name? Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
With his mouth all kind of webbed up.
Yeah.
And there was and then it went on to the McFarlane ones where there was obviously, and you could clip some of them together, and then you had the Jada Pinkett Smith character there. She was falling and stuff. But I literally had all of them, like even the big Sentinel thing with all the tentacles and everything like that. And I sold the whole collection on eBay for about £100.
Oh God!
Yeah,
the one that
when no one was buying it, it was like £100 was like a decent amount for what it was. Whereas if I'd held on to it now, it would be ridiculous money.
Yeah, everyone still uses that staircase as like as a diorama, don't they? You see that staircase used all the time. Have you got one? It's a piece I would never able to track down. Oh, there it is.
Actually, I took it and I like repainted it brown.
Oh, that's good.
Just because I didn't want it as a thing. So the filling's a bit bad here in the background, but I just use it as a background piece. I'm not finished painting it yet, to be fair.
Why does yours look like it belongs on the Titanic?
Yeah.
Why do I imagine Rose walking down them steps?
Yeah, exactly. Actual big photography. But yeah, I'm gonna when I get a bit more time, I'm gonna paint it all up and do it all like all intricate with like gold leaf and stuff like that. And
yeah, I'm not sure who it was. I think it might have been. The TikTok baker himself, Simon, that did the one with Dracula coming down the stairs, and it was that piece, and it looked good. It looked good.
Well, the thing is that the actual staircase, it's so like it looks so. Excuse me. It looks so specific to the Matrix. It's hard to use it in photography. There's very few kind of pictures that you could use it in. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'll take all the weapons off and everything, and I'll spray paint it, get it all brown, and then I'll paint all the details. So I'm going to paint the floor a different color. I'm going to paint the top of the stairs and everything like that. So I'm just going to give it a whole overhaul, so I can just use it as a generic staircase.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's taken that and not cut a hole out and made Harry Potter's little under the staircase house.
Yeah, actually, that would work.
It'd look good.
Yeah, that would work.
That was kind of it for toy news.
Yeah.
Like I say, there's Black Friday this week, so we are expecting, a bunch of sales going up. Amazon has already started their kind of like pre-sales and stuff. I'm going to go live on Wednesday night, and we'll look through everything that's on offer from Disney, Hasbro, Lego.
So when does the official kind of Black Friday start?
Amazon will start their lightning sales, I think, from tomorrow, because they kind of do like a week of sales, don't they? Let's have a quick look. Black Friday week, and it's kind of already kicking off. But Black Friday week, they do. So theirs will start as of tomorrow morning. But we've got Black Friday, and then we've got Cyber Monday.
Yep.
So all the online retailers will start doing lots of online sales. But yeah, it is this week. It's the 24th is the official day for Black Friday.
Yeah. Amazon confused me because I ordered some stuff for Christmas on Amazon, and it was in a Black Friday sale, and I was like, it's Saturday. What's going on?
Yeah, because obviously Thanksgiving's on Thursday this week coming up for our American friends. So I hope you have a really nice Thanksgiving this week, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up because like Disney always puts some good sales on, and Lego and that, like I say. So I'm going to do a video trying to compile all the best stuff. But there's some great stuff going on right now. I mean, like Bargain Max. Obviously, they sent me them things last week. They've got some hell of deals on right now.
Yep.
They've got some great stuff. Have you got a toy calendar this year for Christmas?
No, I didn't get one this year.
I haven't picked one up yet. I can't decide which one. I did a bunch of polls on my YouTube of what people want to see. And everyone's kind of voted for the Lego, and I'm like, I've got to do it now because obviously I put the vote out. But everyone's going to do Lego.
The Lego ones are just, I think they're getting progressively worse. They're not as exciting as they were a few years back. But no, I've just not seen one that's kind of excited me.
The one that I've never been able to find that I really want. Did you see the Gremlins one?
No.
Yeah, let me show you the Gremlins advent calendar, mate. This is really cool because it's by Jax, and they made an advent calendar with a bunch of Gremlin figures that you unbox each day, and you unfold it, and it becomes the movie theater, and all the little characters can sit on the little seats in the movie theater.
That sounds awesome. See how that
They get the pickup. They're so hard to find in the UK now. They go for a lot of money. But here it is. This is the one I want. Look at that. So it folds down. You get the whole movie theater, and all the Gremlins can sit in the little fold-out seats that pop up to make it look 3D. And there's you've got some green eggs. You've got glow-in-the-dark ones. You've got all the ones you could want. All the different Magwai. The ones wearing the 3D glasses. You got the Santa one. The blue Frozen one. There's literally all of the characters. There's one with the popcorn on his ears and stuff.
No, that blue one's the electric one.
Oh, the electric one.
Yeah, that's the one where he goes into. I think it's in Gremlins 2, and he goes
Yeah.
into the plug, doesn't he? And then he becomes.
Oh,
It's
yes, it
such
does.
a
Yeah,
mental film when you actually think. Gizmo. Stug said Gizmo, but I can see about 3 Gizmo there.
Yeah, there's a few different ones. Like there's Gizmo regular, Gizmo with a Santa hat. I think that other one side of that one's a Gizmo. Then we've got they got Stripe a couple of times. There's the dopey one. I can never remember his name. The black and white one's there.
Yeah.
The other black and white one's there. Yeah, they're still looking very cool looking. It's just a cool looking set, and it's like Gremlins. You don't see much Gremlins merch these days.
No. I wonder whether that will ever get a reboot.
Oh, it will. Surely it will. Now with modern day tech and stuff.
You would expect it, wouldn't you? You would expect that to be a film that kind of gets a reboot. I'd be all for that though. A modern Gremlins would be quite cool.
With all the new technology and stuff, I don't see how they could go wrong with it. To be honest, as long as they keep it nostalgic. It depends if they do a reboot or whether they do a sequel. That's the thing, isn't it?
Sequel would probably be easier.
I think just do a new Gremlins story without like that pays homage to the original, but is not a remake. You know what I mean? Just continues the story of the Gremlins. It doesn't have to be Gizmo again. We can have a different one and call it something else and fall in love with that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just about the Gremlins being Gremlins.
I just think with all the kind of the hype with characters like Baby Yoda, with Baby Groot, with Blue from Jurassic Park, like all the baby characters, like you give us a new Mogwai that's all cute and fluffy, and like people would go mad for that.
Yep. Definitely, there's no about it. It would absolutely work. It's just again they're shying away from doing sequels now because they're all going wrong, aren't they, one by one? But yeah, like Stug says, hopefully it won't be CGI, it'll be puppets. That's the thing. They would need to get like Henson on board again to do the puppetry, or ILM or something.
If they stuck with puppets, then that would definitely work.
Yeah. But this advent calendar as well caught my attention. This one's available this year. I've not seen it in the shops yet, but this one apparently is available for this year, and it's by Jax. And they've got the cartoon versions of the characters, from the cartoon film. I think the cartoon was voiced by the guy that did Sheldon, didn't he? He voiced the cartoon one, I believe. But yeah, it's those characters that are like all cartoon stylized. But that again looks fun, like a different kind of calendar other than Lego.
I'm literally just looking at them now because now you're making me want to get a toy calendar.
I love a toy calendar. You can't beat a toy calendar. The Playmobil ones are good, but they're a bit random. Sorry?
I can get a Paw Patrol one.
Paw Patrol. There's a good Hot Wheels one this year. That looks cool. There's all sorts. You can get Jurassic Park. I got one the other year, Jurassic Park, which they had like the pen, you made it up and then put all the dinosaurs in it.
You know what? I was tempted to get that one. I'm not gonna lie, but wasn't that about 50 quid? That was like ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. It's not a very good one. So you're on me now. You set me off on one.
Because I wanted to get.
There's a Smurfs one.
There is a Smurfs one. I was very tempted to go for Five Nights at Freddy's calendar. I know it's a couple of years old at this point, but I've never had it. And it's by Funko. That picture's rubbish. It's by Funko, and they're all like different minis every single day. So you get a load of pint-sized minis, Funko FNAFs. Because you can pick up that one now for like 30 odd quid. But they've also. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, who do you think the best brand is to do the toy calendars? Because there's loads here that.
So the ones it's weird. So like the Jax ones are good, but they if you don't get them when they come out, they go for serious money on the aftermarket. So you've got to get them in stores. The Funko ones are released yearly, and it's the same ones released every year. So they're fun, but there's no residual value there for any of the stuff you've got. Lego, like I say, have been getting worse and worse every year. So they're kind of not as good as they were. The Playmobil ones are starting to look interesting. They've got about 4 out this year. They're trying to rival Lego. And they've got like a traditional one, so you can get like a nativity scene. Then there's one that's doing there's like the Lego like the Lego City kind of thing, but Playmobil's version of that.
Yeah.
That one. Then they've got this weird pirate one this year, like a weird Playmobil pirate like advent calendar, which looks odd.
Happy days. Just looking at the Funko ones, there's actually a Nightmare Before Christmas one.
There is,
but that one's ridiculously expensive in comparison to the others. It's like twice the price. They've got a Marvel one, they've got a Dragon Ball Z one, Harry Potter.
Yeah, if you remember the other year, I did a video on my channel, and I literally went through every single one. I went through Amazon for about an hour in that video because there's so many.
How are you not getting that one?
I've already had that one.
Have you?
I had that one for Christmas, for Halloween, sorry, because that one's a 13 days of Halloween countdown. I did that one the other year.
13-day spooky countdown, right? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. There's the Disney mini brands one. I mean, that's tempting.
Yeah, but see, I think even that is kind of they're not as good as they were.
Yeah. There's a Play-Doh one. There's Pokemon ones.
There are loads. This is tons.
It's a whole market now, isn't it?
Yeah. My thing is, we don't really we used to do the Lego ones with the we used to do the Lego ones with the for the kids and stuff, but then we've kind of turned to making our own now.
All right, okay.
Literally just spending the money on stuff that they want and then putting them in the doors and stuff. So then they all get something unique, but then they all get stuff that they want. So every single day is something that they want. So
that's a cool way of doing it.
Yeah, my wife. Like, I've got to give credit where credit's due.
But see, you're not like me then. You're not looking up something really cheesy and bad like this bad boy. This one's caught my eye. The Elf on the Shelf Advent Train.
I just saw that one. I was like, nah.
But it comes with a little train.
Yeah. There's quite a lot in that one.
Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, stop being a child for 10 minutes and let's get back to the podcast.
So let's talk about, because Geekatron just said congrats on 50k.
Yes, dude. Thank you very much. So yeah, I finally reached 50k. Thank you to everyone that's supported and subbed the channel over the years. It's really appreciated. And onwards and upwards to 60k. But I can't go over the mark of 50k without giving you guys something back and doing something fun. So I said a long time ago I'm going to do the 50k giveaway. And me and Miss SuperSorrell have been thinking about it. And for those of you that don't know, Mrs. SuperSorrell has been doing blind boxes and blind bags, like mystery boxes and bags that she sells at Comic-Con. That's kind of what she does. And we want to personally curate a box for one of our subscribers. So we thought we'd do that as the 50k giveaway. So it's going to be a mystery box by me. It'll be things that has been opened and reviewed on the channel, along with a mixture of new and sealed products as well, mystery bags and things by me kind of thing, created by me for you. So you are going to tell me that you like Marvel, you like DC, you like Disney, and we'll basically make you a box to send out to you. And that is going to be the giveaway. So let me know in the chat if you're here right now that you're interested in the giveaway. And I'll put everyone's names in a draw and we will do it. When's our Christmas show this year? When are we doing the final showdown?
I think, didn't we say, let's have a look at the calendar, because didn't we say we're going to move a couple of the dates?
Yeah, we're going to do a pre-recorded show, but our last live show looks like it's going to be on the 17th of December.
Are we not going to do it? We're not going to go live on the Saturday.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah. But I think if I do the giveaway for the 17th, and then we can do the live show on the 23rd for Quimbo. But I can. Oh no! In fact, tell you what. We'll announce it on the 10th, and I can send it out for Christmas. It'll arrive. So yeah, I'll send it on the 10th. So yeah, if you guys want to comment in the comments that you want to win the giveaway, I'll put everyone's names on a wheelie wheel, and we'll announce it on the 10th, and I can get it sent out for you.
Awesome.
So you'll have it for Christmas then.
Awesome. So you're going to obviously take people from the chat here, but then I'm guessing you're going to do a video as well and open it up to anyone that's not here.
Nope. I'm leaving it for on the Geek Week. People have got to watch the Geek Week. They can clearly see it on my listed videos. It says 50k giveaway. If they're interested, they'll check it out. That's how I view it. I want to do this giveaway for someone who's a diehard follower of the channel.
Wow.
So that's the people that tune in to see us weekly. That's these guys. So I'm not going to announce it on the channel. This is it. This is the announcement. If people want to be in for it, they can see it listed on the videos on the channel, and they'll check it out. But no, it's not UK only, Joby. It's for the worldwide. This is a worldwide giveaway, so anyone can enter.
Cool.
Yeah, let us know if you want to win. Like I say, I'll go back over the chat tomorrow, pick everyone's names out, and then anyone that's watching now on repeat, put it in the comments down below, and I'll go through and pick everyone's names out, and we'll do a winner.
That's awesome. That is a really cool giveaway. How big's the box though? How big is this box going to be?
It's going to be decent. It's a decent box. We do different boxes at Comic Con. So Lynn does boxes that are worth £15, £25, and £40.
Cool.
And unlike other mystery boxes, this isn't stuff like, because a lot of people do mystery boxes as a smart way of getting rid of tat from their shops and websites. Yeah. That's not what we do. Everything that we buy, that we put in our boxes, is bought in special for the boxes. We curate them, we make them. So, like, we give them a theme. Like, we've just done the Halloween box. We're now doing the Christmas box. Like, right now, we're doing like the one she's doing right now is called A Cozy Night In, and it's for Christmas Eve. So there's like in that one, there's going to be like a DVD for families to watch. There's some chocolate in there. There's some pop vinyls in there. There's some Lego in there. And then if you're a follower of my channel, I put in some figures from my collection as well that I no longer need, that I'm selling, and I just pop a couple of figures in there for people that are followers of the channel as well. So
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. So this is going to be a special.
This will be a special one to mark 50k. It's going to be a special box, like I say, created by me and Mrs. SuperSorrell for you directly. So you have to let me know if you win. You'll obviously comment. You'll obviously tell me. You'll come contact me and give you details, and I'll sort of ask you. Are you into Disney, Marvel, DC? What are you into? We'll curate a box for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, there's quite a few people there jumping on, saying yeah.
But I thought that'd be a bit more of a personalized thing to give away rather than just the usual. Here's a figure and you can win it. I thought I'd do something a bit special for the 50k.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. That is really cool. Yeah, oh, that's wicked. That is a really wicked giveaway, especially if it's going to be arriving before Christmas as well. That's
better. Obviously, I'm sorry, Joby. Obviously, if you're in America, I'm not sure if it'll arrive with you before Xmas, but if the guys, if the winners from the UK, it should arrive. Hopefully, if we get out that week.
Yeah. Geektron 3000 said, "What Comic Cons have you been at with?"
Me and Miss SuperSorrell do all the Comic Cons up north in the UK, and we're starting to venture down south next year. But yeah, we're going to be we go all over. We do Sheffield, Leeds, we do Huddersfield, we do basically all the north where I live around West Yorkshire and stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, we are venturing further south next year. We're going to be hitting up London, Birmingham. We're going to be hitting up Manchester, Liverpool, Cardiff, Aberdeen. How many more have I got? We've got like 10 Comic Cons next year already booked. We've got so many. We're going all over.
That is wicked.
For those of you that don't know, I'm. Can I say that here? I'm thinking of going full time with my channel, and we're going to go full time with the business as well. So I'm SuperSorrell, and we call the business Super Toys. So Super Toys is a subsidiary of the SuperSorrell company, and yeah, I had to declare myself as a company, which was quite weird. That's the weirdest form I've ever filled out in my life.
I bet. That's really cool.
Filing tax returns under the name of SuperSorrell is very weird.
That is awesome, though. That is really awesome. Speaking of giveaways and stuff, on the 17th, we've got Steve Evans coming on.
We do.
So our friend Steve Evans from Hasbro is joining us on the Geek Week live. He's going to join in as a live guest for the whole show. and he's going to come on, and we're going to do like a recap, like a Hasbro recap of the year. So we're going to do like our top 5 favorite figures and stuff like that with Steve.
That'll be a fun
which
bit.
will be quite good fun. And I believe that he's got a giveaway that he's going to be promoting as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I don't know what, I think he does like an end of year thing every year. I don't think it's going to be as big as the sail barge that he gave away recently, but it'll be worth coming in. So he's going to be on the 17th. We've got quite a few interviews lined up, actually. We've got quite a few guests lined up over the next few weeks.
Yes, should we mention people who we're interviewing for the next show?
Yeah, we can do.
Because me and you are obviously doing a pre-recorded segment with another Hasbro team member.
Mm-hmm. You're just checking those. It's Emily. Emily from the Ghost.
Emily, Jesus.
You worried.
Right. I was hoping you were going to jump in with a name then.
Yeah, no, Emily from the
Emily Vader, isn't it?
Ghostbusters, Dungeons and Dragons, G.I. Joe, so she's done it all. I interviewed her last year at MCM Comic Con, and she was meant to be in attendance this year. And I had an interview scheduled with her, but then literally the night before she hurt her ankle or something and she couldn't fly. So she didn't come down for the panel or the interviews, but then Hasbro reached out and kind of said to a few different people like ourselves, like, can you do you want to do an interview with Emily? So we're going to be speaking to her on Wednesday, and we'll put it in as part of the show next Sunday.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And as we approach Christmas, obviously we don't particularly want to be going live on Christmas Eve, and I think you guys have got probably something better to do on Christmas Eve than sit and watching our ugly mugs. So we've decided that on the shows that are on the 24th and the 31st, we're going to move to the Saturdays. So the shows will be on the 23rd and the 30th. And we're going to do 2 shows. We're going to do our Christmas special on the 23rd, which is kind of cool because it's the day before Christmas Eve. That's the day we all break up from work and stuff for some people. Yep. So that's going to be a fun one to film. And we're going to do our just a general chat around Christmas, any kind of geek news of that week we'll tie up with. But I think we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies, Christmas action figures, themed stuff, and have a themed episode.
Yeah.
SuperSorrell's might show up in full costume too.
Any excuse. And then
of course, the 30th, yeah. Our end of year show.
Yes. This will be our 3rd end of year show that we've done. Wow. And
we're going to do sort of our favorite TV shows of the year, favorite figures of the year, and favorite movies of the year. I think that's a good.
Yeah.
Do a top 5 of each. That should see us through the show to round us out for the year.
Yeah. Top 5 of each. And obviously, if you guys have in the chat have got anything that you want to add in, Santa Sorrel and Jingle Jacob.
Jingle Jacob. That's it. That's officially your nickname all Christmas long, Jingle Jacob.
Andy, why'd you do this to me?
Santa Sorrel and Jingle Jacob.
Jingle Jacob. That makes me sound like I should be on a list somewhere. Like, come on.
Sounds like you've been done for jingling your bells.
Yeah. I think I'm watching the wrong stream. But yeah, so we're going to do our end of year show. So if you guys in the chat have got anything that you think is particularly good from this year, if there's anything that you want to kind of bring to the table, we'll talk about our top movies, our top TV shows, top figures, all that kind of stuff. It's been a weird one though this year, to be fair.
It has been a weird year. But we've got big plans for next year, haven't we? We're going to do me and you are going to meet up in person at some Comic Cons. And it'd be cool if anyone in the chat wants to come say hi to us and come and chat with us and stuff and hang out with us at Comic Con. That'd be awesome. Yep. So Jacob's going to come up north and I'm going to go down south. So we're going to go to each other's territories.
Not at the same time, though. It's not like we're going to schedule this so that we go there. Yeah. It's like, where are you? I'm down south. Oh, yeah, I'm up north. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I need to introduce Jacob to the world of horror cons up north because we do horror cons well up north. That is the one thing we do. You guys have got your MCM Londons like on point. You've got the big ones like your celebrations, but we have the horror cons and we have the big guests up north. We have like Chucky and Terrifier, and we've got some cool Comic Cons up north for horror.
Yeah, I'm up for that. But yeah, we're going to work out. We're going to work out which ones we're going to do. We've kind of got a rough list of what ones I think we're going to be doing. But then we'll make sure that we announce them well in advance, because then if there is anyone that's around, I know that there's quite a few people around your neck of the woods as well, I'd love to come and say hello to those. But yeah, it's going to be a good year. We've got a lot planned.
I'm going to the United States next year again. Yay!
What's new? What's the?
Mate, I really hate to do this to you, but do you know what I'm doing in January?
Oh, go on.
Disneyland Paris.
Oh, we just booked this then.
So yeah, we found the other day they was doing the Black Friday deals, and we managed to get 2 nights, 3 days in the Santa Fe Resort, which is their like cars resort. With obviously tickets included and flights included for 800 quid. So we were like, we're going. Yeah. So also we're doing that in January. I'm not taking SuperSorrell's Jr. though. She's staying with Grandma.
Oh wow!
I'm going to Disneyland without my daughter. How evil's that? I'm not taking the kid to Disney.
Wow, that's new territory. That is new territory.
That's a new low. That is a new low. But no, the last time we took her, she was like, she loved Disneyland, but she was like, she hated every time me and Lynn stopped to do the whole vlogging thing, the whole YouTubey thing. She was like, I hate this. Stop. I want to go on a ride. So my mum's like, you just go. You've not had a weekend to just me and Lynn since we've had Paige like since we were born. So it's our first like weekend without her in like 8 years. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I to be honest with you, I'd like to. Last time I went, I tried to do a bit of videoing and a bit of stuff, but it was just so much going on. I managed to get a little bit, but it was more a case of just trying to snap as much as I could and then putting it all together afterwards. But there is so much going on there. So much going on there. I read a debate the other day as well about the castle, about the Disneyland Paris castle and the Florida castle, and which one was the best version, because they're slightly different.
They're all slightly different. Yeah. So in Paris it's Sleeping Beauty's castle, but it's the one that's in California is smaller. The one that's in Disneyland Paris is bigger than California's. But then obviously in Disney World, that is Cinderella's castle. Yes. Everyone likes the Disneyland Paris one because of the dragon underneath. Yeah, you've got the dragon sleeping underneath the castle, which is awesome. There's a massive animatronic dragon down there. Yeah, breathes fire and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is very cool. Do you know what's real sacrilege as well? We didn't go and see the dragon.
No, it's cool, isn't it?
I know. I completely forgot that there was a dragon there until we were leaving. I was so caught up in like Avengers Campus and wanting to do all that stuff that I forgot about some of the little key bits in the actual Disneyland park.
Yeah, and in the Disneyland castle in Paris, you can actually walk up the spiral and actually go to the very top of the castle, which you can't do in Florida. Yeah. And they've got shops as you walk through the Disneyland Paris castle, they've got shops on the left and right. But the smart thing, because Disney World, whilst it's cool, the castle's amazing, you used to be able to walk through it, but then they started doing the castle stage show and they built the stage as a part of the castle. Disneyland Paris built their stage set further back from the castle, so when Mickey and that gets on these like little podiums surrounding the sort of semicircle bit, rather than on the castle itself, which is better. So it means that their castle stays open at all times. They never shut the castle in Paris, as far as I'm aware. The one in Florida, you can only go in through the entrance of the castle about twice a day. The rest of it is shut for the rest of the day for the pyrotechnics and fireworks and. Yeah. So yeah, it's different in Florida. Florida's nice, but I tell you what, Paris is where the magic still lives for me. Florida's nice, but it's very corporate now.
Paris is very good. Paris is, I like Paris.
But next year I'm going to be going to Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights.
That's brilliant. I went like 20 years ago, and it was still one of the best, one of the best Halloween things I've been to.
I'm going out to Orlando for Spooky Empire next year. Wow. I'm going for it. The HorrorCon, there's a HorrorCon out there. It's one of the biggest that's in Florida. It's one of the best. And I'm going out there. It's going to be for just 4 nights, which is a crazy thing to do, but I'm going to go for 4 nights, 5 days, and just stay in the hotel where the convention's at. And I'm going to just live that convention for 3 days straight.
Yeah. I'm the same though. I've always kind of wanted to go and do like San Diego or New York Toy Fair or something. But it's just the logistics of making that work and kind of taking that time away.
I've tried looking at San Diego before. I'd love to do San Diego, but it's just so far away and it costs so much to fly out there to San Diego.
That's
New York's doable though. New York Comic Con is very doable.
Yeah. That's the more realistic one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at one point I will. I always said I would, but yeah. Just chatting. Most people in the chat saying that they'd love to go Disney without their kids, so you're not on your own. So that's fine. We'll let you off on that one. To be honest,
basically, you gotta remember the obviously the whole Super Sorrel thing, the whole YouTube thing. As of next year, for me, is becoming. I'm going to be doing it as a job. So we like to cover the toys, and you guys love my toy content. So we're going to be going out to Paris with the sole intention of like vlogging the new toys, what's out there, the new merch, and playing with it while we're in the parks. If you go back on my channel, there's some amazing reviews from when I were in Disneyland Paris. I mean, I got some of the RC cars, and I was driving it around the actual park.
Yeah,
I made a whole video on that before Paige was born. It was so fun. But yeah, I love doing that stuff.
Shelley's just said that she can beat you though. She said that she's going to Orlando for 4 days in 2 weeks.
Nice. Going for Crimbo.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're going for Thanksgiving. Oh, you just after Thanksgiving, isn't it? Just after Thanksgiving. That'll be fun.
Yeah. We're our youngest is 2.5, 2 and a bit now. And we've said that when she's a little bit older that she can enjoy the park. That's when we're going to go back to Orlando.
Yeah,
so we'll be going back in a year or so, I reckon.
We did it when Paige was 3 and she could do everything then. She could do everything. That was terrifying that my daughter was like this big and she could do Tower of Terror. And I was like, are you taking the mix? She can't go on Big Thunder Mountain, but Tower of Terror is apparently fine.
Yeah. Well, I took my youngest son.
Right?
When we went to Paris, I took my youngest son on Tower of Terror, and he was 3 at the time. No, he'd just turned 4. But still only like a 3.5, 4-year-old size, and went on Tower of Terror, and I literally sat there with my arm across him, and I felt him come up out of the seat. Like, it was madness.
What is going on in the chats about kiwis? Who's the kiwi? What is that? What have I missed here? I can imagine that the man steals kiwi fruit from local Asda, arrested quickly. What is going on?
I don't know. We'll go back and have a look in a sec. But yeah, so we've got lots of exciting things to do. So there is actually only, looking at the calendar, we've actually only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shows left of the year.
Yep.
So 6 shows left of the year.
So that 4 times fast.
6 shows left of the year. One of them is obviously going to be with Steve, so that leaves us 5 shows. One of them we're going to do your announcement. 2 of those is going to be
Christmas end of the year. One with Emily.
Yeah. So
it's packed end of the year.
It's what? Sorry.
It's a very packed end to the year, isn't it?
Yeah. And then there's quite a few exciting things for the beginning of next year as well. So we've got a couple of kind of link ups with Diamond Select that we're going to be looking at with certain interviews as well, just trying to work out the logistics of that. But yeah, there's lots going on, and this, I feel like we say this all the time, but I think that we hold true to our promise, and we've got a lot of exciting things coming the next year, and we're going to kind of take this up another level. And I'd like to think that since we started, we've kind of lifted it every time that we've said.
Go back and watch the first show now. It's horrifying.
Well,
it is literally just like quiet. There's like silences that are just deathly and stuff like that. It's just, you can tell we've never done podcast properly before.
Just a second.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacob's Toys. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and as you can see, I am joined by the one and only SuperSorrell, and we are looking at the week in review. So we're going to have a little bit of a chat about some of the things that have come out for Marvel Legends, the Star Wars Black Series, as well as some of the Disney Plus TV shows, and then also a little bit more about what else is going on in the kind of geek and nerd community. So SuperSorrell,
watch anymore. I can't watch anymore.
Night and day, innit?
It's awful. but it just so shows how how far we've come. But yeah, we've got a lot of exciting things. Andy H, what the hell is up with that dodgy 70s porn music? I don't know. We thought it was cool at the time. But yeah, I much prefer the new theme now. I much prefer the new song now. But we're going to take it up a level. We're going to take it a bit further. We've got a lot of exciting things to do. As Sorrell said, we're going to be traveling one way or the other between us. And that means that we'll be able to kind of cross promote. So we'll do kind of a thing on Sorrell's channel and then kind of finish it off on my channel and vice versa. And then maybe kind of collaborate it in the Geek Week or something like that. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Before we do finish up though, have you been watching Invincible at all?
I'm not a fan of Invincible, sadly. It's not my thing.
Have you just not? Do you know?
I've just not got around to watching it. It's just one of the things that I've just never thought of putting on.
It's just really, it's a real kind of middle finger to mainstream superhero stuff. it's really funny just because it is, yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of a bit of a middle finger to mainstream superhero stuff in the way that the superheroes behave and stuff like that. And it's obviously a mature, kind of more controversial kind of storylines and stuff like that. But it's just really good. We're into season 2, episode 3 now. Obviously, it's on Amazon Prime. But yeah, like Stug said, it's really gory. Really, really gory. You would love it. You would absolutely love it. There's one scene where Omni-Man, who's like the main kind of Superman kind of character, I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but he basically just takes out the whole their version of like the Justice League. And I'm talking like eyeballs popping out, like guts spewing out. It's madness. It's absolute madness. But it is really cool. But I'm obviously a massive fan. I haven't actually got any of the comics, but I've got all the action figures courtesy of Diamond Select, and I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. And they've obviously announced a couple more. So
sounds like a lot like The Boys. It's a similar sort of vein.
Yeah, it's very similar, but just a lot more lycra. Yeah.
Cool. No, I was very sad this week. And I sat and watched the first 4 episodes of The Crown.
Oh right, yeah. No, I'm not into that. We are competing with I'm a Celebrity. That started tonight as well.
Woo!
Yeah,
I'm a Celebrity. Nigel Farage in the jungle, and he can't do Tucker Trials apparently.
I know because they were just voting to do all of them. That's what it is. So. I did see, talking about Christmas films though, before we do go, I did see an advert for one, and you might know what the name of this is because I saw the advert very quickly yesterday. I think it was Eddie Murphy, but it's a Christmas film, and it's basically, you've seen it, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
It looks really good.
Yeah, so basically like Candy Cane Lane.
Candy Cane Lane, that's it.
Yeah,
where is it coming out?
So this comes out 24th of November this week. So it's going to be an Amazon Prime exclusive. And basically, a man makes a deal with a mischievous elf who casts a magic spell that brings the 12 days of Christmas to life.
Yeah. But essentially,
like a toy calendar kind of comes to life, doesn't it, kind of thing? And like all these little characters start appearing. Yeah. So in the trailer, this is only what I've seen in the trailer. So it's not spoilers or anything like that. But it looks like it's some kind of competition with the other people in his street about who can like do the best decorations and stuff like that. And he makes this kind of deal with this elf. But then everything in his decorations are alive, and they're previous people that have used that decoration. So at the end of his 12 days of Christmas thing, he will then become part of the decoration. It's like it's a comedy, like a Christmas comedy thing, but there's like a bit of a horror twist to it. So I want to check it out and see if it's okay to watch with the kids. But it looks like a lot of fun. It's the first Christmas film that I've sort of seen pop up where I've gone, actually, that looks like it could be a lot of fun. Yeah, and Dashing Through the Snow comes out as well. I think that might be just out now this week. But that's the new ludicrous movie on Disney Plus. Lil Rel Howard is in it. And it's about a family that like the dad has stopped believing in the magic of Christmas, and basically Santa comes and sort of gives them holiday sort of magic. Looks fun. It's a Disney movie. It's a classic Disney movie. So it's on Disney Plus. So I'll be checking that out this week as well because that looks fun. We are well into the Christmas movie spirit now. My kids are putting a Christmas movie on every day. We've got the tree up. The tree's already up. Wife's got it up.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, our tree's up. It went up on Saturday this week.
Yeah, ours will go up at the end of this month. It'll go up at the end of this month. I stick firm, and I'm just like, you know what? 1st of December we put it up. But yeah, so my son wanted to put Halloween decorations up in like July. Like it was kind of like, come on, like it'll be Halloween eventually, and it's like, yeah, but we can't just have webs all across our house and stuff like that. But yeah, no, we already started the marathon of Christmas movies and stuff. We've been watching like Christmas Chronicles and all that kind of stuff. So we do love a Christmas film. We do love a Christmas film. But no, Candy Cane Lane. I'm not sure whether it's a horror or a comedy. I can't work it out from the trailer.
It's a comedy. It's definitely a comedy.
It is a comedy. It's not like a comedy horror.
Not that I'm aware of. Let's see what certificate I'm giving it. Candy Cane Lane, 2013. Amazon. Amazon UK, Candy Cane Lane. It's classed as a kids comedy fantasy.
Perfect.
It's going to be available in the UK on December 1st. So we are a bit later than the Americans. For the UK market, it's going to be December 1st at midnight. Eddie Murphy stars in this holiday comedy adventure about a man on a mission to win his neighborhood's annual Christmas home decoration contest and inadvertently makes a deal with a mischievous elf that brings the 12 days of Christmas to life.
Fair enough.
My favorite Christmas film is Polar Express. I love Polar Express.
That's a good one.
That's our Christmas Eve movie. Every year on Christmas Eve, about 6 o'clock when it gets dark out, we make hot chocolates, and Paige runs upstairs, puts her pajamas on, and we sit and watch that before she goes to bed, kind of thing. That's kind of always been our little tradition.
Yeah, Polar Express is good. It is a good one. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna pick up as our one this year. It's because the kids are all getting slightly older; their tastes kind of change. But I was watching Invincible, and that's why Candy Cane Lane came up, and I was like, "Oh, this looks really good." But then the trailer was gone, and I was like, "I didn't see what that was called." So, yeah,
you could try, and you could come up with some of the best reasons possible. Oh no, they're about sacking Ryan again. Oh. They're picking on Ryan. You could actually do like a fun challenge to see who can create the best reason as to why Ryan's been sacked.
He wasn't sacked. He was sacked
from the horror one.
He wasn't sacked. He just he couldn't commit to it. And so we happily went separate ways. He's still doing his stuff. He did like a nice little custom Star Wars base thing the other day. Like if you check out his channel, he's still there. Pops in the chat every now and again. Cool. I think that's about it this week.
Yeah, that's kind of it. There's not a lot else we can really stretch this one out with, I'm afraid. But next week's going to be fun when we've got a guest on the show again.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be interested. If you have any questions for Emily, let us know in the chat. If you want to ask Hasbro anything about their Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Dungeons and Dragons, let us know in the chat, and we will do our best to ask those questions when we speak to her. She's a lot of fun, Emily. Can't wait to speak to her again.
Yeah, she's been on most of the teams at Hasbro now as well. I'm not sure if she's been on Marvel before, but she's done Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Wars, Ghostbusters. She's been on most teams.
I think Marvel's the only one that she's not. I don't know whether she was on Marvel right at the beginning, but I think Marvel's the only one that she's not recognized as being on. I think all the others she's pretty much been part of.
Yeah, I love that. I love that on her Instagram. It says specializing in Dreadnoks, Megazords, Owlbirds, Decepticons, Ghost, and Gauntlets.
Yeah.
So that just shows you all the different teams she's a part of.
Yeah. But obviously, don't forget about Sorrell's 50k giveaway. Make sure you put in the. I'm just catching up on these comments. We're gonna have to shut comments off in a sec because it's just getting crazy now. But yeah, we don't forget about Sorrell's 50k giveaway. Make sure you mark down that you want to be entered, so that you can do that and put you in. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Anything you want to round out with?
Sorry. The first question for Emily is: does Emily think Ryan was sacked? Andy, stop it.
Can't take you anywhere, Andy.
Oh dear. Shuts comment off, aka mutes Andy.
Anything you want to round up with?
No, just like I say, make sure you comment if you want to be entered into the giveaway, and we'll start rounding up names. You've got a couple of weeks, and then we'll announce it later on in the month. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and thank you everyone for joining in.
Cool. Yeah. So until next week. Oh, quickly, I just thought, we are going to be doing more additional shows.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing those because they've gone down quite well. We just want to think of a good name to call them because they're not Geek Week, but they are Geek Week. But we don't want to call them Extra Geek Week because that sounds too common. So we want to kind of think of something a little bit different that we can call it and kind of brand it. So if you've got any ideas, let us know. But yeah, cool. Right, until next week.